Wladimir Klitschko was pulled out of his fight against Tyson Fury. Fury has got some terrible luck when it comes to opponents pulling out, man. He really does. I feel for him because we know that he does have an issue with depression, and I hope that this won't affect him too much negatively because it's going to feel like deja vu. It's going to feel like Groundhog Day for him. So my sympathies go out to Tyson Fury and his team. This is really not what they need, man. As for Wladimir Klitschko, I don't know whether this injury is genuine or not. But what I will say is people need to be fair and consistent. And a lot of you are not going to be. A lot of you are going to be hypocritical when it comes to Wladimir Klitschko pulling out against Fury. And I just can't accept that. I want to see people being fair and consistent. Normally when a fighter pulls out of a fight, particularly when he's done it several times in the past, there is a lot of speculation about the authenticity of his claimed injury. When David Haye pulled out twice against Tyson Fury, the majority of people felt that there was something dodgy going on, particularly the second pullout. And especially when you take into account David Haye's history of pullouts. He pulled out against Wladimir Klitschko back in the Setanta days. He pulled out against Manuel Charr, which was blatantly a fake injury, if you look into the circumstances surrounding that. Then he pulled out twice against Tyson Fury with different injuries. So it's only right and it's only fair that people question the authenticity of those David Haye injuries. And right now with Klitschko, it's only right and it's only fair and it's only consistent for people to question the authenticity of this Wladimir Klitschko injury and pullout. He pulled out twice against Derek Chisora, and 2 weeks after pulling out of the Chisora fight for a second time, he was seen playing golf. And this is a man who was supposed to have some type of serious muscle tear or whatever in his abdomen or in his groin, and he was happily swinging golf clubs 2 weeks later. I'm sorry, me personally, I don't believe David Haye's injury the second time against Tyson Fury, and I don't believe Wladimir Klitschko's injury the second time against Derek Chisora. I just don't believe it. Now you can speculate on why Klitschko pulled out against Chisora. If it wasn't an injury, some people will say maybe he was afraid of Chisora because Manny Stewart seemed to indicate at the time that Chisora was not the kind of style or the kind of character that he was comfortable with Wladimir facing, because Wladimir hadn't trained hard enough for that specific type of character or style. Or it could be that Wladimir was just using Derek Chisora to try and force David Haye's hand into signing a contract. And neither one of those scenarios would surprise me. I think they're both very, very feasible. So again, I'm urging people not to be hypocrites, to be consistent, and to, if you're not speculating yourself on the validity of Wladimir Klitschko's injury, then don't be mad at others who are. Yeah, that's what I will say. Don't start getting upset at other people who are speculating that this could be some type of ulterior motive for pulling out, because you'll be, most of you who do so will be hypocritical. Because I'm sure you were criticizing David Haye. I'm sure you're criticizing other fighters for pulling out. But when it comes to Wladimir, he gets a pass? No. As I've been saying on my channel for a long time, no fighter is below praise and no fighter is above criticism. And that includes Wladimir Klitschko. So drop your comments in the comment section below, people. Again, I'm not coming to any conclusion about whether Wladimir Klitschko is or isn't injured in this instance. All I'm saying is speculation on whether he is or isn't really injured is perfectly valid and perfectly understandable, especially given Wladimir's history. At 39 years old, yes, you can get injured, particularly when he claims he's training 4 times a day. You can certainly get injured. But at the same time, was that an excuse maybe from Wladimir? Was that him preparing the public to accept his injury excuse? Maybe he knew he was going to pull out and he said, oh, well, let's make out that I've been training 4 times a day. Again, I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just throwing ideas out there. All right. It's all perfectly reasonable, speculation. So drop your comments below, people. Let me know how you feel about this story. Again, feel sad for Tyson Fury, but it is what it is. I'm out.